Australians who owe money to the federal government will be banned from leaving the country until they repay the funds in a move to claw back $800 million in debt. Travel bans have been issued over the past decade to parents who did not make child support payments and in June were extended to former welfare recipients who have refused to repay the finance. According to the Saturday Telegraph, up to 150,000 Australians will be banned from travelling overseas if they fail or refuse to enter into a payment plan. Human Services Minister Michael Keenan says 20 orders have been issued, with his department looking to ramp up efforts to recoup the funds owed by people who no longer receive welfare. If you received a payment you were not entitled to, you have an obligation to repay the money you owe and we will use every tool at our disposal to ensure it is recovered, Mr. Keenan said in a statement on Saturday. He insists people currently receiving welfare or making repayments will not be targeted by the measure, but former recipients who refuse to pay back their debt would also be charged interest. The rate of repayment will be measured against an individual's circumstances and those in hardship can defer their returns, Mr. Keenan said. We've tried every possible way to get them to repay that money, or to start to repay that money, to enter into a plan to repay that money, but they've completely ignored us, Mr. Keenan said. Mr. Keenan has issued more than 20 travel bans so far. So if you go to the airport, and you owe us, say, a couple of $1,000, or tens of thousands of dollars, then we don't believe that you should be able to go on an overseas holiday. For example, if you owe us money because you've got overpayments from the welfare system, Mr. Keenan said. We will stop you from doing that, and that use has already saved us significant sums of money. But Labour's shadow health spokeswoman, Catherine King, is wary of the measure and wants to see more detail. We had the robo-debt scandal where people in fact did not have debts at all and were absolutely hounded by this government, she said.